The Tower of Too Much, the workshop above the clouds. This is a story about three monkeyteers who climb into a workshop where one monkey tries to carry every task, tool, and decision alone. Their 17th miracle-minded adventure begins when exhaustion reveals that personal effort may not be the only strength available. The three monkeyteers climbed into a workshop high above the clouds. Inside were pulleys, ropes, gears, ladders, maps, baskets, bells, and half-finished inventions. A sign read, "One monkey can do everything." Spider Monkey grinned. "That sounds efficient." Squirrel Monkey adjusted the little leather pouch beneath his cape. "That sounds dangerous." Howler Monkey puffed out his chest. "That sounds like me." Before either friend could answer, Howler grabbed a broom, a toolbox, 3 maps, a coil of rope, and a basket of bolts. "I'll handle everything." Spider reached for the rope. "I can carry that." "No need." Squirrel reached for the maps. "I can organize those." "No need." Howler stacked the maps under his arm. "I have this completely under control." A wrench fell on his foot. Clang. Howler froze. "I remain in control." At the first station, they had to raise a heavy wooden platform. 3 ropes hung from the ceiling. Spider grabbed one. Howler pulled it away. "I'll do it." He wrapped 1 rope around each arm and held the third in his teeth. "Ready?" "No," said Squirrel. Howler pulled. The platform rose 6 inches, then dropped. Whump! Howler landed in a basket. Spider leaned over him. "Still handling everything?" Howler climbed out. Minor adjustment. At the next station, 6 lanterns needed lighting. Howler carried all 6 at once. One bumped his hat. Another singed his feather. Spider pointed. "You're smoking." Howler slapped his hat. "I noticed." Squirrel said, "We can help." "I said I've got it." The words came out louder than he intended. The workshop grew quiet. Howler looked away. "I just need to try harder." So he did. He tightened bolts, checked maps, swept floors, hauled baskets, wound clocks, and answered every bell. "Ding! I'm coming! I know! Ding ding! Stop ringing!" Finally, Howler stopped in the middle of the workshop. His cape sagged, his feather drooped. "I have to handle everything myself." Squirrel looked at him gently. "That may be exactly why you're exhausted." The leather pouch bumped Squirrel's side. "Pouch time." Howler sank onto the floor. "Please let it say nap." Squirrel pulled out a folded slip. Spider opened it. The paper read, "Strength does not have to come from the separate self. You can become willing to receive help." Howler stared at it. "That sounds suspicious." "Why?" asked Spider. "Because if I need help, it means I failed." Squirrel shook his head. "Or it means you stopped pretending you were alone." Howler looked around the workshop. 3 ropes, 3 monkeyteers, 6 lanterns, 6 hands. He slowly held out 1 rope. Spider took, he handed another to Squirrel. Together they pulled. The platform rose smoothly. Howler blinked. That was annoyingly easy. At the lantern station, Spider carried 2. Squirrel carried 2. Howler carried 2. No feathers caught fire. At the map table, Squirrel organized the route while Spider repaired a pulley. Then another bell rang. Ding! He jumped up. Spider raised a finger. Together. They answered it together. At the final station stood a giant brass wheel marked, "Turn only when ready." Howler placed both hands on it, then stopped. He looked at his friends. "Ready?" Spider smiled. "Ready." Squirrel nodded. All 3 pushed. The wheel turned. Above them, the roof opened and sunlight poured into the workshop. Howler stared upward. "I thought strength meant proving I could do everything alone." Squirrel tucked the slip back into the pouch. "Monkey mind turns independence into isolation." Spider nodded, and then wonders why it feels weak. Howler smiled. "Miracle mind remembers that help can come through joining, guidance, willingness, and strength beyond my little plan." A toolbox slid from a shelf. Spider caught it. Howler laughed. "Excellent demonstration." They finished the remaining work before sunset. At the door, Spider asked, "So who handled everything?" Howler looked at the workshop, then at his friends. "No one." Squirrel raised an eyebrow. Howler smiled, and somehow everything got handled. The 3 monkeyteers tossed their feathered hats into the air and cheered together. One for all, and all for one. And then they shouted, "Love all, for all is love."